Hey guys, Jamie from Mediapoint here. I'm just going to chat to you guys now about our IQ system because it's something a lot of customers have been requesting access to check quotes, make their own quotes, put jobs in our system, and also check on jobs. So it's you can use all of them, or you can use a part that's going to relate to your business. And once you get comfortable, use them all. So if you go to the Mediapoint website, we've got a nice login button here, so you can always just go to our page and just log in from here. I'm just going to use a test customer for this video. So you should have a login, which if you don't have one and you do want one, just email accounts at mptrade.com.au to get that. But you should have that, keep them on file. If you've got a business with multiple people, it might be a good idea getting different users for each person for that one customer, just to make it cleaner. So when you get to the login screen, you've got three options up here. You can view quotes, so it's existing quotes. You can also quote yourself from the quoting screen, and you've also got view jobs to see what jobs are in the system. So we're just going to look at view quotes for now. We can see all the quotes that we've made. We've got a fair bit in here because it's our test customer one. But if you look on the right, there's quote status, which is accepted. I'll make this a little bit larger for the video. So in regards to this, accepted means the job's gone into production. In process means it's been quoted but not accepted. So what I'm going to do now is actually do an actual quote. Don't worry about request for quote. If you do have any quote requests, please email accounts at mptrade.com.au with your specifications. Our system doesn't have everything we do or every option, so if you've got anything off the cuff or you don't see it clearly, just email us. But this will cover about 80% of, or 80 to 90% of what you'd need. If you look on our quoting and simplified, we've got 4 product categories. We've tried to break it down as simply as possible based on what you'd want. Large format would have your roll-to-roll stuff such as banners and posters. Display and point of sale has stuff like your pull-up banners, counter cards, standees, wobblers. You've also got your boards flatbed printed. So what we've tried to do is we've started with core flip, but we'll rip out the key products that you would order regularly just to make it easier. But you've got core flip, and then everything else is on the single-sided or double-sided boards. And you've got stickers, so you've got to arrange. We don't have all our products in here, as I've mentioned. There's probably about 40%, but these are the key ones that you guys would order mainly. When we get products dialed down, we'll make them available to you. So I'm going to start with a core flip product. I'm going to go to click on core flip. I'll get taken to this screen. Alright, so what I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with the stock. So I've got a choice between 3 and 5mm core flip. I'll go 5mm. I've also got font single and double sided. Our specs say it's semi-K, and it's also print off our Swiss Q, so it makes that pretty clear. I've got the options of a few sizes here, but I've also got custom size, which I'm going to do here. So I'm going to do say 600 by 400 here. Additional finishing, I've also got the option if I want, for this I don't want any finishing just to make the video easier, but you've got the option of eyelets and double tape and that sort of stuff. I'm just going to hit none and hit search for this. So as it's on that, now the rest of the screens come up. What I can do now is hit the quantity. There's set quantity, but I can pick a custom quantity. The beauty of our system is it doesn't work in like batches. It works like if you had 6, 7, 8, 9, or have a different price. What you'll notice though is the price might not jump up significantly between certain units. The reason for that is our pricing will work on how many sheets it's using with a little bit extra for ink and cutting depending on how many units. So you might find there's not a massive jump between quantity, but then when you get to one extra it'll be a fair bit more because you're paying for an extra board, so keep that in mind because there can be slight anomalies because of that. But that's how our system works, and it's pretty dead accurate because of it. So I'm going to put the quantity in now. I'm going to do say 8 of them. Get price. And if I want to add more, I can do say I'll add 15 and 20 in there, and we'll hit, and the prices come up for each option, excluding freight and GST. So these are plus GST prices. I've got a few addresses already in here. If I want to add one, I can do that really easily. The key thing when you're doing a quote, you don't really, like if you don't know the address, the postcode is the most important thing. So I've got like TBA for this address and all the fields, but I've got an accurate postcode, so I'm going to use that one. Delivery contact, if you don't know the name, that's not a big deal, but you want to have the right email address, even if it's yours. So if you go to add a contact, make sure you have your first name, surname, and email. Email have like the one you're going to use, because depending on the shipping method you might get tracking, and in the future our system might email you tracking as well, so it's good to have. I've gone for Melbourne address, so I'll get a full range of the shipping options. Couriers Please is it's not a point-to-point courier. It's like a morning to afternoon or an afternoon to morning courier service. Once it gets dispatched, package pickups are for clients that want to pick something up on their courier and they want it protected because the courier might bash it around. So pick this option if it's for that. Express Post is for if your item's under 5 kilos and under a meter, go with this. If it's above that, will get really expensive, so I would avoid that in that instance. Direct freight will come up mainly for the interstate guys or anything that's particularly heavy and large as well. Pickup has no charge and we'll just bubble wrap or use plastic so it's not packed like our normal packing for items, so keep that in mind. C note is off the cuff stuff, so this will very rarely get used. We've only got it in there just in case certain customers have weird things in there. The last thing is MTX couriers. If you're in Melbourne and you've got a rush order and it needs to get there by a certain time, pick this option. The reason being is this is a 3 to 4 hour service, so once it gets dispatched, it will get there. And if we've got a due date on that, it will get there on that day. This and pickup are the only ones will on the due date you'll have a chance of getting them. If it's Couriers Please on our due date or a direct freight or express post, that's the day we dispatch, not the day you're going to receive them. So keep that in mind. For this, I'm going to hit MTX, and it's going to give me the shipping price across all of them. If you want to, you can suss out all the different methods on here. So what you can see, like Express Post, for example, on this one in different quantities. So this one's $16, but then as it gets heavier, it gets more expensive based on the weight. So it could end up being cheaper just going for a direct courier in that instance, which is what I would do. The last thing to keep in mind is don't put any notes under the special instructions for delivery method. They only get seen by our dispatch guys, and doesn't get seen by everyone, so don't use that. I would be using the special instructions, so I'd be saying something for, if I don't have an address and it comes in later and I want to add it in later, I could write the address here, line 2 and line 3. Yeah, and then to see my quote, I can click on your quote here and you'll get saved out a PDF which has these details and it's saved for your reference. And if I want to see this quote, 20,069, I'm going to go to view quotes and it is up here. So it's in process, has been accepted. I've got my address here, line, everything that I put in the special notes. So that's where it comes up. I'm going to click back in the job. If I've got multiple parts, I click on this plus to add it in here as well. So if I've got like say 5 or 6 items, even if they're different products, add them into the quote. It's easier doing this than having like a whole heap of different quotes and jobs. I'm going to click on now proceed to go ahead with the order. If I've got a purchase order number or anything I want to put as a reference, you can put it in here. I'm going to hit proceed now. The one thing it's going to ask me, which quantity do I want to proceed with? I'd select say 15. In accepting this quote, I'm going to tick that as well. I'm going to hit accept. While it's doing that, I'm just going to check on my file. So what I'm going to do is find my PDF file, which you guys will probably see. I've got a whole heap of stuff in my downloads folder. I need to find a PDF file, so I'm just going to get this PDF here, and I want to rename it based on the product. So it's Core Flute 600ml by 400ml, quantity 15. I just want to be as specific as possible in my note. So now I'm on this artwork screen, submit artwork. We've got a few steps, like a few guidelines. So before you upload anything, just have a quick read of it. Make sure you follow those guidelines. So we ask for PDF files only and have your file names really clear with as much notes as possible in there, which I've just done. While it's doing that, I'm going to actually get my print ready PDF. I'm going to select it, and I've named the Core Flute 600ml by 400ml, quantity 15. Pretty straightforward. So there's no misinterpretations or anything there. If I've got any custom like shapes, particularly for boards, we ask you to go to this page and watch the video. So this video will start playing. This shows you how to set up your artwork. We've also got our general artwork guidelines or anything specific to certain products on here, so have a read of it, or else your artwork might get rejected. And the last thing here is once our artworks are uploaded, if there's anything to add about notes, like for example any custom cuts or Pantones or positioning of anything, finishing like eyelets or anything, or any off the cuff comments, please add them here. So if you click on notes, you might say something about color, or you might say something eyelets, one in each corner, etc. Stuff like that. what will happen is our customer service people, when they're checking your order, will read your notes, make sure they understand it, and add anything in there that's missing. If you haven't priced it properly, they'll come back to you as well and confirm if you haven't like selected the ILO option or anything's not 100%. They'll let you know that as well. I'm happy with this now, so what I'm going to do is hit confirm. When I hit confirm, this customer's on account, so I'll go straight away into production. If you're a prepaid customer, I'll go to a credit card payment screen. We only give accounts to customers that are spending over $1,000 a month, so keep this in mind. We've got an easy debit auto payment system for customers on account. So this is how we do our accounts. So come to us when you've hit that level. I'm going to hit confirm now. Get the job into production. I'm going to get taken to this screen. I'm going to click on the view jobs, so like it shows you, like say you log back in the system, you can see where everything's at. So I've got all the past jobs in here. With this, you can actually see a PDF of the artwork. Due date will come up when the actual when it hits production and the person's checked that they've our customer service is accepted, and they'll put a due date of when it's due to get dispatched. This is not when the customer or you will receive the order. It's when it will get dispatched. So please keep this in mind. If it's MTX or if it's pickup, it will be receivable on that day. The other ones probably won't get there on that day, so keep that. Please be wary of that. The progress is really cool, so you can log in and see where you're at is day by day or whenever you want to check it. Accepted means it's in the system but it hasn't yet been checked. Artwork validated means it's hit the next step. Your artwork's been checked, your notes are being checked, and everything's all good and it's gone to pre-press. In production is once it's been pre-pressed, it will be in production, so it's either getting printed or cut at that step. Production complete is when your order's been quality controlled and packed and it's ready to dispatch. And dispatch means your order's gone out or picked up, and a tracking will show up. So if you click on, especially once your job's gone out, so let me just go out and find one. You can see this job is dispatched. These ones don't have any bars because these jobs have been cancelled, they were just test jobs. But if you click on more details, when a job goes out, so we'll get into this page. When a job goes out, you'll get the tracking, dispatch status, and you'll get the consignment note and how it went out over here, so you can see what's going on. So that's basically the system. If you've got any questions or if you've got anything off the cuff that you need quoted, or you've got any questions, please email us on accounts@mptrade.com.au or give us a call, worst case. Enjoy using the system. It's going to save heaps of time, allow you to win more work because you'll be able to quote instantly. Thanks for listening in.